Okay, I think we're live. So, Milana, should we introduce ourselves?
Sure.
What's your name and how old are you?
I'm Marlon and I'm 3.
What are you making today?
I'm making baking.
So, Marlon's making some baking. I'm Dan, or Daddy, and I'm 36. And we've also got a special guest today on episode 2 of our show and tell.
I'm Rosa, or Mummy, and my stage age is 25.
So yeah, I'm going to talk through something that I have made in the past, and Marlon is going to talk through something that he is making. I'm going to go first just because toddlers have an attention span of only so long. I'm going to talk about this really heavy box tray thing that I made. I think I made this about January last year off the top of my head, and it was my first time. Oh, it's so heavy with all these paints in there. It was my first time doing these finger joints or comb joints, and I did them by hand, and they're all pretty wonky, but it was fun nonetheless. And then it was also, I don't know how well you can see that, my first time chiseling these letters out, and I really like the way that you get that shadow detail there. Obviously I put the word paints because it stores my most frequently used paints. And then if I tip all of these out, you can see on the bottom, also my first time engraving using my Dremel. I don't know if that is exposing correctly. It just says any making is good making, because I think we're much better off with people making stuff than destroying stuff, Mr. Trump. So I'm quite chuffed with that. As you can see, it's well used, which is nice.
Naughty man, Donald Trump, you don't know.
That naughty man. The Dremel's not entirely, well, my Dremel work rather is not entirely accurate. You can see it's a bit wonky here and there, but I feel like that's kind of all the charm of it. And this has been varnished with outdoor varnish, which I've then taken back a little bit with sandpaper. Got paints on the other side as well.
Donald Trump's not on the laptop, darling.
Donald Trump's not on the laptop, don't worry.
He's not on the laptop.
And yeah, once it was all finished, I sanded it, and I was quite happy to kind of round over these edges slightly, which I know is a little bit of a no-no in some woodworking circles, but I quite liked that. I kind of wanted this to feel like it was, 50 years old, and well used and beaten up, which it has since become.
Put that in there.
Since making this last January, I have made a bunch of things with these finger joints, and I've tried to sort of refine the process. You can see here that some of them are so bad that I've had to put shims in there to fill the gaps. Not that it matters. Oh, and here, they don't really line up at all. So I've since tried to refine the process, various techniques, and I've tried doing thicker joints, thinner joints, which I will show on future show and tells. We also, in fact, actually, before we go over to Marlon, we had 2 questions. Marlon, we had 2 questions yesterday.
Stand up on the chair.
There was a question for you, which I meant to do at the start of this episode. There was a question for Marlon from Andy Fullerton. Remember yesterday what we were doing with our show and tell? What did you show?
He's currently holding a really sharp knife.
We're just doing a bit of surgery.
Should Mummy do that bit?
No.
You've only got 1 set of fingers.
Okay, well done. That was really good.
So Marlon, what did you do in yesterday's show and tell? What did you show?
Remember?
My tomb.
Your Lego tomb. And Andy Fullerton asked, have you ever put it in the bath to make it flood?
I have.
You have? And what, was it cool?
Yes.
What did you do with it in the bath?
I played with it and played with it and played with it and played with it.
You played with it and played with it and played with it and played with it? That sounds cool. Did you imagine that a little person was going down the steps and then swimming and escaping under the tunnels?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I had a question from Andrew Waite about open all knives, and The answer is yes, I have heard of open oil knives. Here's my open oil number 10, I believe. Also illegal to carry in the UK, but again, it just stays in our studio for various woodworking bits and bobs. And again, I have engraved, any making is good making. And yes, you're right, beautiful knives. Oh, look, there we go. There's the open oil on the stainless there. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, very nice knives. And I never knew that they come from the town that Veronique is from. Lovely jubbly. Right, so let's get over to the good stuff. Let's get over to Milanen. I'm going to move this so we can get a bit of a better view. Is this going to work?
It's slightly embarrassing, and I hope that no chefs are watching, because what's already gone wrong, Marlon?
What's gone wrong?
Nothing's gone wrong.
Nothing's gone wrong. Cool.
Did we have enough chocolate
No.
to go in the banana bread? So what are we having to use instead?
We have Easter eggs.
They're not even Easter eggs. They're Christmas Lindor balls.
Well, I think this is going to be amazing.
So
chocolatey banana bread.
I think so.
So, Milana, do you want to tell us exactly what you're doing?
I'm making.
What have we put in already?
We have put in nuts and we have put in eggs and squished bananas.
Yeah, that's right. And what else have we put in there?
Flour and salt.
And what makes it sweet?
It is because it's got chocolate in.
And?
Vanilla in.
But what makes it really sweet? What does Mummy really like? Is that white stuff?
It is called salt.
We did put a pinch of salt in there, but salt doesn't make it sweet. What makes it sweet?
Sugar.
Yeah. Mummy likes sugar. You like sugar too.
So what was the very first part of this process? What do you have to do first before you do any baking?
We have to wash our hands.
He's tired.
We have to wash our hands.
He's sleepy.
We have to wash our hands.
That's right.
Hey, Grandpapa's watching. Do you want to give him a shout out?
Hey, Mike. Say hi, Grandpapa.
Hi.
He likes cooking.
So the first process is to wash your hands, and then what do you have to do? Like, where did all this come from?
It comes from a cupboard.
So, but how did we know that we were getting the right amount to put in the bowl?
It's because we were making banana bread.
Well, we had to weigh it on scales, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had to weigh everything. We had to melt the butter in the pan.
You melted the butter in the pan?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Does that mean you get it really hot or really cold?
Really hot.
Wow. What else do you think you could melt? So you could melt wood?
No.
What else?
Dunno.
Melt some faces with a really good guitar solo. Sorry,
That's good. Yeah, Mum, you can melt some faces with some good guitar solos. And so how long do you think all of this is going to take?
15 minutes.
I wish.
15 minutes. Oh, that sounds good. And do you think when it's finished, do you think it's going to taste sweet or savoury?
So, what are we doing now? What are we putting in the bowl now?
We're putting all chocolate in.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate. Hey, Grandpapa's got a question for you. And if you don't know the answer, you can just make one up. That's what daddies do. How many grams of salt is the recommended daily allowance?
It is 700.
Good job.
What's up? What's up?
That's funny.
What's up?
So,
What's up?
Mister, what do you like making better, banana bread or Lego? Or are they just different?
It is banana bread.
Woohoo!
You like making banana bread better than Lego?
You sure?
Do you imagine what would happen if you took banana bread in the bath to play with it, though?
Yeah.
What would happen?
I think it would go yucky.
It would go yucky. And then what would happen if you put Lego in the oven?
It would go not right.
So, what we need to do now, we need to tip the eggs that you stirred. We need to tip them in there.
I'm going to do it.
Well done. That's it. Good boy. And now we need to put in that. What's that?
It is
We need to tip in all of that, which is the...
banana.
So, Marlon, I know you're still knee-deep in this process. You haven't finished it yet. But if somebody else that was in lockdown wanted something to do and they wanted to make some banana bread, what would your advice be to them? How would you say that they could make banana bread?
I could say to them they could make the same as us.
And so what could you tell them to help them, like if they didn't really understand how to make it?
Well, what have we been reading to make sure we get all the right amounts? Because Mummy can't do this off by heart.
We have been using a cooking book.
Yeah, good boy. We've been using a cooking book, a recipe, haven't we?
Marlon, you've got a question from Teresa. She wants to know, what is your favourite food?
My favourite food is baked beans.
Baked beans! You and me both. High five. Good job. What's your second favourite food?
My second favourite food is broccoli.
Yay,
Wow.
good boy.
Baked beans followed by
What
broccoli.
Mummy likes to hear.
And so you two are putting all these bits and bobs in the banana bread. It's going to be amazing. Banana, eggs, flour, sugar, salt, chocolate, nuts. That's all that's going in here today. But if you were going to make this again, what else could you put in there?
I could put in there a stuff which is really yummy.
We've actually already altered the recipe a bit, haven't we?
How have you altered the recipe? Have you taken something out or have you put something in?
Put extra bits in, haven't we?
What are these extra bits that you put in, Mark?
Don't know.
We've put in like cinnamon, ginger, a few... What's that?
Marlon's shoe.
Right. Cinnamon, ginger, a few spices, things like that, just to give it a bit more
And
kick.
herbs.
I don't think we put any herbs in there.
Spices and herbs.
So, Mister, I kind of feel this live stream coming to an end, and I also think that you might really, really need a wee.
We'll give it a mix.
Before we finish, what would you like to show tomorrow in our show and tell? Oh, no, we're not doing one tomorrow. Thursday, the day after tomorrow, if we do another show and tell, what would you like to show people?
I'd like to show people my tomb again.
Your tomb again? Well, you people have already seen that. What about something different?
What about one of those cool things that we make out of your magnets? Could do that.
You made a car wash the other day, didn't you, out of magnets?
Or we could show them your really good piano playing, because you've been doing piano lessons with Mummy, haven't you? And Daddy's been practicing with you, and you've been doing really good piano playing every day. We could do that.
And do you think I should show people what I've been doing that's got white paint on my hands?
Yeah.
In the garden?
Yeah.
So that means I've got to get it finished by tomorrow. Well, I want it to be a surprise. It's
a lantern. Oh, yeah.
Do you think I should show that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up, what's this stage that you're doing now?
Banana bread.
But what part of the making of banana bread are you doing?
What are you doing with that?
I'm stirring it.
Good boy. Make sure that it's all stirred up, mixed nicely together.
So once you've stirred it up really good, what's the next process?
There's one more
Cook it
thing.
in an oven.
Mummy said there's one thing before it goes in the oven. What's that?
Don't know.
We have to put in these, don't we?
Yeah.
So once they go, do you think you have to stir it again, or do you just leave them on top?
Leave them on top. Gotta stir it again.
Wow. And so when this is all done, do you think it's going to taste the same or better than pizza?
Better.
Whoa. And
Hopefully.
how does it make you feel when you're making banana bread?
It makes me feel kind of this.
Kind of wonky.
Careful.
And how do you think it's going to make you feel when you taste that first bite, when it comes out of the oven and it's still a bit warm, like your arm, and you have a sniff of it and it smells all banana-y and chocolatey? How's it going to make you feel when you have the first bite?
I think it's gonna make me go crazy.
Wow.
We're going to have another disco after this.
So we've established that tomorrow I'm going to show. Sorry, the day after tomorrow I'm going to show the thing that I've just been making, and I have white spray paint on my hands. Marlon is maybe going to show a magnet structure.
Did you just fart again?
Yeah.
Okay, so to sign off, if Banana Bread was a song, what song would it be?
It would be a yellow submarine.
A yellow
Pretty
submarine.
good.
Do you want to pop that on and we'll finish?
Let's play We All Live in a Yellow Submarine.
We All Live in a Yellow Submarine by Budbug from Spotify.
By who? Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. If anyone's got any questions on the replay, feel free to type them in, and Marlon and I and our special guest, Rosa, will answer them as and when in the comments. And we will hopefully see you day after tomorrow for episode 3 of Show and Tell. You going to say bye?
Bye.
Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.